Hi guys, I'm Ashley Black, Certified Holistic Health Coach, and you can find me at ashleyblackhealthcoach.com. So welcome to part 1 of my 3-part video series, Heal the Gut, Heal the Body. I'm really excited to share this with you. This is such a passion of mine. Gut health is so important for all of us, and I just don't think we talk about it enough. So I'm really excited to talk about it with you today. Today in this video we're going to focus on how our gut health affects our body and affects us physically. Tomorrow we're going to talk a little bit about how it affects our brain and our emotions. And then the day after we're going to talk about what we need to do to fix it, and I'm going to give you some steps to take to start heading towards healing. So let's get started. So when I say gut, I'm not just talking about our stomach. I'm talking about your esophagus, your intestines, your spleen, your gallbladder, and your stomach, all of the parts of our body that we use for digestion. This is what I mean when I say gut. And this is the part of the body that I really feel we need to focus on healing. Within our gut, we have what is called gut flora. Our gut flora is trillions of bacteria that live and thrive within these systems in our body. You might think yuck, but it's actually really important. And so what happens is we're made to have bacteria in these systems. It's good. It's not a bad thing when they're good bacteria. We need those good bacteria to break down our food, to kill off infection and protect us from disease. When we have a healthy balance of gut flora, of gut bacteria within those systems of our body, we're going to be experiencing good digestion. We're not going to have allergies. We're not going to have asthma. Inflammation is going to be improved. Digestion is going to be working and flowing well. And this is what we want. We're going to feel well. We're going to feel good and healthy. We're going to have energy. We're going to sleep well. The problem is on the other end of that when the bad bacteria start to take over. Today, with the food that we eat, we have drastically decreased the amount of healthy bacteria that's within our body. And these junk foods and these processed foods and these sugars, especially sugar, just feed the bad bacteria. So they're growing and they're thriving and they're overtaking the good. And I would bet that about 90% of human beings on this planet have an unhealthy balance of bacteria within their gut. So when we have that unhealthy balance and the bad bacteria has taken over, this is when we start to see things like adult onset asthma and allergies, poor digestion, increased colds and increased flus, increased infections in other places of the body. We really start to just kind of not feel well. And these are our body's warning signs that something is amiss. The problem is that rarely do we attribute these to gut health. Typically we say, oh, I have allergies, it must be pollen. You know, then we take a medicine and we forget about it. We're not really finding the root cause of why all of a sudden as an adult do I have an allergy to dogs that I didn't have when I was younger. We're not really thinking past that symptom and into the cause. And this is where I really feel like people just get into trouble. Once we ignore those warning signs that our body is giving us, and that bad bacteria just continues to grow and thrive and multiply within us, then we start to see some much more serious symptoms. Leaky gut syndrome, irritable bowel syndrome. Some cancers have been linked to this. Some really serious diseases and discomforts that almost all of us are experiencing, some or more, and it's stemming from gut health, and we just don't know it. When this unhealthy bacteria starts to build up in our stomachs and it starts to eat away at the lining of our stomach, and it eats holes. And this is when it starts to seep into the blood system and it carries all over to our entire body. So it's not just affecting our digestion, it's affecting our brain. It causes anxiety and depression. It affects our eyes. We're not going to see well. It affects our mouth. Our oral health is you're gonna start getting cavities and bad breath and gingivitis and gum disease. This really just affects our overall body, and we're not well, and we just don't correlate it back to the gut. And research says 90% of disease they can track it back to originating in the gut. Think about all the disease that we're dealing with in our society today, and 90% of it is coming from our gut. And why is our gut unhealthy? It's the food and the medicine that we are constantly berating it with that is unhealthy and full of chemicals and sugars, and it's just not good, you guys. And so we have to pay attention to this. We need to be aware, for one, that this is a problem and this is an issue. We need to talk about gut health, and then we need to take steps to change it. Thankfully, it can be fixed. We can reverse it, and we can get our gut health back. And it's really not that hard. It can take some time, because think of all the years that we've beat up our stomachs and our bodies with pop and soda and cheeseburgers and artificial flavorings and seasonings on chips and these cookies that are just packed full of sugar on top of sugar on top of artificial sugar on top of some more sugar. We have really given our gut a beating. And so it can take some time to heal that, but it can be done. And it can be done by just making some simple food choices, adding some good probiotics and prebiotics. And this is what I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about on day 3, are the steps that you can take to start that healing process and to get your health back. You can take control of this, you guys, and you can take it back. And you don't have to go and spend a bunch of money at the doctor. And I mean, you don't have to invest in supplements and shakes. That's not what I'm asking you to do here. I simply want you to become aware of your food choices. I'm going to give you some recipes, and I'm going to show you what kind of foods support healthy gut bacteria. I'm going to tell you my top pro and prebiotic choices and what I think, what you need to look for in those, because there's a million different of them out there. Probiotics are kind of trendy right now. They're trendy because they are needed, but you need to know where to go to get the quality and what you actually need to be looking for on that label. So we're going to talk about this. I'm going to give you the information that you need and the support. So I really hope that this video kind of sheds some light on why this is important, why I'm so passionate to share it with you, because it's so important, and I want you to be healthy. I want you to take control. Take back your body. You can do it. It will be easy, and we can do it together. So I hope that you will check in with me tomorrow. I'm going to tell you how this bacteria gets into our brain and really affects our anxiety levels, how we perceive circumstances in our life, how we deal with sadness, and how it causes depression. We're going to kind of delve deeper into that. So check in tomorrow. Don't miss that. And then don't forget to come back on day 3, you guys. That's the most important day, day 3, because I'm going to tell you how to fix it. And we're going to get you better. And I'm really excited about that. This is all that this is about, is getting you healthy. So I hope that this video was enlightening and helpful to you. If you have any questions at all, please contact me. I'm on Facebook, Ashley Black Health Coach. You can email me at ashleyblackhealthcoach@yahoo.com. Go to my site. I have some good stuff on my blog. You can see what I have to offer you as a health coach and what my approach is, and that's ashleyblackhealthcoach.com. I really hope to see you tomorrow. And I just hope you have the blessed and balanced day, guys. Thank you. Bye.